Flosstube, my name is Nerissa and I'm a cross stitcher from New Zealand. This is my second video and I would like to say a big thank you right from the bottom of my heart. The welcoming that I received from the community has been absolutely overwhelming. The comments have just wow. That's all I can say is wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In a message to Carol, Soulbox Stitcher, I would also like to say thank you very much for your shout out that you gave me on your channel in your last video. Thank you. I almost spilt my cup of tea on me when I was watching it and heard the call out. But thank you so much. I know a lot of my viewers have come from watching your channel and I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I've been packing away my Christmas today, taking down the tree that I was in front of last time, and this one that I'm sitting in front of today is my Prairie Schooler Santa tree, and it has a mix of the Prairie Schooler yearly Santas. I've stitched all of them right up until last year's one, that's there as well, and I just put extra Santa ornaments on the tree in between. But she's my last one to pack away and I thought I better do this video before then. I have lots to show you today, lots of Christmas finish projects, a few ornaments, some of the bigger stuff. I also have some Christmas whips to show you, some sampler whips and some other whips that I am aiming to get finished this year. A couple big ones and some smaller ones, but ones that definitely need some love and need to be out of that big whip pile of mine. I do have a problem, and that is that I love to start a lot. I'll go through big startitis phases and then I'll just stitch and stitch and stitch. So without further ado, let's get started. Sorry, just shake the camera there. So when I last filmed, it was Christmas Day and I was pulling out my latest project that I had started a year ago on that day, which was Ever Flowering Garden from L Forest Embroidery. Bring it a bit closer. Whoops, sorry. Piece of paper. Bring it in a bit closer and you'll be able to see some of the lovely pattern and design. This was is absolutely beautiful. Now, I did get a little bit of stitching done from Christmas Day right through till New Year's Eve. So I had previously done this little bit in here and that was it. So I have worked further along and have now managed to find the middle, which is this little house here, and then there's going to be a big sort of shrub tree above it. Some of the birds and that I've stitched, but she's coming together. She's still got a long way to go. That's not even a fifth of the fabric, so she's another big girl, and she is being stitched on 46 count up in the attic and using the called for DMC threads. Sorry, have to lean a little bit out of the way. I now believe all you guys when you say you have a big pile of stuff around you when you do this. This is crazy. My New Year's Eve start, because why not? It was New Year's Eve. Was Anne Gott 1848 by Needlework Press. Now, I only worked on her on New Year's Eve after work, so I didn't get very far, and I am stitching her on 36 count Seraphim Bees Knees using Classic Colourworks threads. Some beautiful colours in this. And here is my start. The colours do show up, but I think it might just be the light. It's very bright and sunny here today, and I've had to close the curtains so that we can actually film this. So then, of course, New Year's Day. Unfortunately, I had to work as well, but that's okay. When I came home from work, I had to start a new project. So this time, I chose Mary Ann Diaper, 1826, from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. As you know, one of my favourite designers. So, she is a big girl. She is being stitched on 36 count that I hand dyed myself. And this is how I have got so far. So along the top, I've pretty much done all the border. If I roll it down, apart from the very bottom. But up the top, I've started on one of the strawberry patches. I think it looks like a strawberry patch. So she's beautiful. She'll get a little bit more love, but I think I'm going to do her for the what is it? Hats first week of the month stitch along on Instagram. And I think she's going to be my first hats project I'm going to stitch on each week of the month. I don't normally like to kind of make set plans, because if I say I'm going to do it, if I set the plan to do it, I get put off the project. So hopefully not. But if not, I do have lots of other Hands Across the Sea samplers to work on. Sorry, leading out the picture. I think I'll show you a couple of finishes now, just so that I can get a bit more space around me. A couple of my favourite Christmas finishes from the last couple of years have been the Needle Notions Sampler Centre and Needle Notions Mrs. Santa's Sampler. Now these are both stand-up dolls, and they are absolutely gorgeous. If we concentrate on Santa first, sorry, and that he's all stitched at the front in his arms, and he has a sampler around there and like all his legs. He's just absolutely gorgeous. We have him, and then Mrs. Santa's sampler. So she's the same, she's all stitched on the front, and then she has her little sampler that she holds. But they stand on one of my tables for Christmas. Okay, so another big finish is Winter Santa, White Santa, I think it is, from Mirabilia. And he's been finished for a good few years now, but I love him. He was an absolute joy to stitch, and as you can see by that little bit of sparkle in the light, especially the star there, he's got lots of beads, and he's stitched on 32 count. I just can't remember the fabric, sorry. Sorry, just have to do a little bit of jiggle to reach everything. Another one that was finished a year ago, yes, would be just over a year ago, was framed last year for me from Art and Frame in Christchurch. And if you are in Christchurch, New Zealand, take your framing to the girls at Art and Frame. They're absolutely wonderful. They do an amazing job. So this is Merry Christmas, but it's got 5 old dressed Santas. Now the pattern I did manage to find is actually called Christmas Gentleman from Leisure Art. And it is leaflet number 743 if anyone is interested. But I think one of my goals this year is to stitch those 5 Santas again, but as ornaments for the tree. Another oldie that I couldn't find the pattern for, so I may have already given the pattern away, is from, I'm sure it's from Sue Hillis, and it is it's like a Stitches 12 Days of Christmas. And it's a big long one, so I actually turned it into a quilted, just a quilted wall hanging. Like that. But it's beautiful, just hangs on the door in the lounge. But yeah, definitely been stitched for a while, so I don't have much details. It looks like about 32 count. I'll get rid of some of these big ones. Okay, so I like to kind of stitch things in series. If there's a whole set of it, I will stitch the whole set. It might not all be in 1 year, it might be half and half, or like these guys. I started them probably maybe about 6 years ago, and I just did a couple, and then I've kind of concentrated over the last few years in getting them caught up. So now I only have to stitch the one a year. But I have stitched the Santa's Village series from Country Cottage Needleworks. I didn't do them as singles, I actually did them as 2 sets of 6. So this is one. Hello. And they are stitched on 32 count. Not, and they're perfectly straight, do need to pull it out and relace it in there again. It's just a little bit loose. So that is one half. And here's the other half, which is absolutely gorgeous. And they were a fun stitch to do. I did add their little embellishments to them, and I'm still contemplating whether I actually want to redo them in 40 count for ornaments on the tree. Haven't made my mind up completely. Let me see. Another series that I stitched, which were hanging on the tree behind me last time, is Hands-On Designs. So I did the chalkboard ornament series. So we have Goodwill to All, Silver Bills, Silent Night, Be Merry, Be Jolly, Sugar Plums, Glad Tidings, and Believe. And the last one in that series is Great Joy. Now I finished these myself. They're not perfect, but as a handmade ornament, they are wonderful. And to have them to pass on to generations is a good thing. I like it. Okay. Another series that I stitched last year, I think. Year before. Might be the year before, but I finished them all up last year, is the Farmhouse Christmas from Little House Needleworks. So I've done all 9. And we don't remember all the names of them, but these are them. This one. And they're just finished. We've got a checkered back on them. Twine around the outside. Just make them look a little bit rustic. But very nice stitches. These ones are on, looks like 18 count Ada. But they're beautiful. Another older series, another hands-on design one, which was called White Christmas, with all the different card ones. Now I didn't do them with the silver and the greens, I actually did them with the green and the reds, but once again all finished by myself. They are gorgeous. They've only been stitched for a couple of years and only just finished them this year for Christmas. Oh, and reindeer games. There's one more, so hold on. Sorry about that. It moved a little bit further away. One of my Christmas favourite designers is Priscilla from Stitching with the Housewives. Her chalkboard drawings are amazing, and what she does for us as a community by these really affordable patterns, and especially for those of us that live overseas to be able to get them as a PDF, it's just, it makes my day. It makes my day every time she makes a new one. Don't always buy them, but most of the Christmas ones I do. So this year she did the roundabout series, and I did stitch all of them. Did them in the circles. These guys are on 32 count. Also, some of her chalkboard ones, only fully finished 2 of them. Well, we got Jolly and Mary, so of course Santa and Mrs. Claus. So that is it for stitched Christmas ornaments. Let's have a look at a couple of my Christmas whips. So I started the series 12 Berries of Christmas from Erica Michaels. I have stitched 6 of them. So I have those here. They're not finished, fully finished. They are only the stitching. But here is berry number 1. Berry number 2. And I am stitching these on 40 count. Just an antique. But they are so gorgeous. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. So the other 6 will get stitched sometime over this coming year. I do like to stitch Christmas all year round. I'm a very early riser. I've done early starts for work for many years. So getting up early, getting dressed ready for work, and sitting down and having a cup of tea for anything from 5 minutes to 20 minutes before I leave for work is where I get a lot of my ornament stitching done. Especially if I'm stitching it on the bigger counts like 18 and 20 count, that sort of thing, where you can see the holes really easy. It's just a nice way to relax. You don't feel rushed before you go to work. So I do like to do that. So you will see ornament progress as we go through these. Another one, and I didn't bring a board with me this time. Hopefully this is going to be enough. Is Kringles. So I'm not quite there. I've almost finished up the top. There's a little bit of white to go. 3 of the rooms are about 3/4 of the way. 2 more. About half. Kringle sign just seems to never end. And then I decided I'd do the framing for the bottom part. So she will go away until Christmas in July. And then I'll pull her back out. And she is being stitched on 40 count as well. And for those that don't know, she is by Little House Needleworks, and that's her there. Another, I guess, big one, but they are going to be all little parts, is another L Forest embroidery. Sorry, it is a black and white printout of the rings with Merry Christmas. I have a display plan for those for next year, so I do need to get moving on these. I have done the M and the E. 1R. part of the next R, and the Y started. A little bit of the C. This is one I really do want to get finished this year because I just have so many I want to start stitching. But I'm using just the DMC threads. Doesn't take many and it's gorgeous. Another new one. So I did do the, can't think what it was called now, the weekend with the 12 designers. Can't remember, sorry, brain fart, happens every now and then. Hands-on designs, the 3 Christmas ornaments. Gosh, I can't think what it was called. But I did get quite a few Christmas designs from it that I want to stitch, so this is one that I have started. And I'm stitching on 32 count charcoal, and there is peace. It's almost finished. There's 3 in the series, and then we'll move on to another one from that. Yeah, just can't think what it is. Okay, so I have my Prairie Schooler yearly Santa tree. My goal this year is to do another Prairie Schooler tree, but I want to do all the other Santas. So I have currently started on Chris Kringle, which is book number 62. And this is my morning stitch. I may not get much done, maybe a thread, maybe 2. But he's getting there. He is being stitched, this one on 35 count. Sand, I think it was. But they're all going to be on different fabrics, different sizes. But the goal is to fill another tree. That's those. So that's the end of the Christmas stitching that I have planned. There will definitely be a lot unplanned still coming up. I have a few of my whips here that I have pulled out, and these are ones that I want to get finished this year, that I started a couple years ago or this year, and just I need to get them done. So I've been hanging around for a little while. So the first one is called Rose Sampler, and it is by Lavender and Lace, and it's beautiful. I haven't seen anyone else stitching it. I haven't got very far. It's on 40 count, of course, and this is where I'm at. So I'm sort of getting the outlines done and the edging to then just be able to go in and fill in the ABCs and the rows at the bottom down here. And just using good old DMC. Easy to get in New Zealand. Another one that I started this year. I'm part of Teresa Kogat's Patreon. Love it. Love it. And she did the Strawberry Manor Mystery Sale. Now, as you can see, I haven't printed out a new colour one. It is actually finished. But I'm not. My stitching is well behind on this one, and I need to get it done before the new mystery sale. I've still got a little bit to do, but it will come out and probably be worked on a weekend at some stage. Now my oldest whip. This is embarrassing. This whip is at least 12 years old, if not more. It is a Heaven and Earth design. So if you've stitched them, you know they do take a while. I have stitched three others. But this one, I guess I did all the fun stuff first, and now it's the dark bottom colours. But she is gorgeous. It's Dusty Rose. It is a retired pattern, so you can't get it anymore. But she is gorgeous. I need to get her finished, and this is her. So if I scroll, see, as you can see, I've done the top, working my way down, and I've got about 3 more rows to go to get to the bottom. A long way, but she's on my goal to get done this year. She's on 18 count, but I think I'm going to pull her out and I'm going to make her like my first half an hour when I get home at night that she is to be stitched. Whether that's 1 thread or 3, who knows. Before I forget, thank you very much for the comments about my cat that was sitting behind me. I didn't even realise he was there. He's my oldest cat. His name is Chubba Chop. He got that name because when he was a kitten, he was as round as he was long. He's now a big fluffy boy. He's currently, I can see him straight out through the window there, and he's currently sunbathing out on the patio. So I'm not going to disturb him and bring him in, but I'm sure you will get to see him again. I have 3 cats. Chubba Chop, of course. A skinny, long black cat who is called Kitty. She was named that by my granddaughter. It's actually her cat, but it lives with me. The other cat I have is a little black one, and she is Sineem, and she has the most bushiest tail, but she hides from everybody else but me, and she's a bit shy. So if we catch her and get her to appear on camera, it will be amazing. But we'll see. One time when I film on the couch, she may be sitting behind me and you'll get to see her. So the other comments I got was about the stitching that was behind me. I've only pulled one off the wall, and that is the one that you can see directly in the picture behind. Now this was finished in 2021, and it was framed by Art and Frame in Christchurch. So thank you, ladies, once again. You know I love your framing. It is a hands-on design called Amy Can. And hopefully we're going to be able to see her without too much glare. She has got museum glass on, but she is gorgeous. Now I did change the bit, sorry for the glare, I did change the bit that was in the middle that has Amy's name and my name on it. There was a few other little flowers along there, and I took those out and popped my name in because I still wanted to recognise her, but I wanted to put me on there as well. Looking around, I think that is all that I have left. There's a huge mess. But thank you once again for inviting me to be part of this community. I really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for the warm welcome. I hope you enjoy this one. It's a wee bit longer than the last one. I apologise for that. There won't be so much Christmas stuff to show because that will all be gone. But each time I will show 1 or 2 of my finished whips that are framed and up on the wall, and then we'll go through the under the bed box. Oh, that one's scary. Oh well. Thank you very much for joining me today, and keep stitching. Bye.